I'm going to teach you how to dye your eyebrows and how to lightly clean them up. First things first, make sure we dye these bad boys. And the reason I like to dye my brows first is because we have peach fuzz all over our face, actually all over our body. So there are tons of little blonde hairs under these brows. So it is naturally going to make them thicker when you dye your brows. Dyeing your brows is also going to give them more definition because we're going to do it just a tiny bit darker. But once you see how thick they are, then you can start eliminating the hairs that you don't want. Da-dun, da-dun! He looks like he could be my brother. This is what I use to dye my eyebrows. Just for men, beard dye. You can get it at CVS. It's normally on sale for $7. The reason why I like this dye is because it's 5 minutes. It's super easy to mix. My mom does it. Good job, Mom. I did light brown. That is the color that I did, and I'm blonde, so kind of look for somebody that looks like your brother. Before we do our eyebrows, we want to make sure that the surface is clean. So I'm going to go in with just some micellar water. Some people like to use alcohol, but I personally think it's a little too close to the eye, but just my opinion. So I'll take some micellar water from Bioderma and I'll put it on a cotton. And I just like to clean them off and make sure I don't have anything in my eyebrows. So what comes in the box? These 3 important things. This is where I mix the product. This is the developer, and this is the color. So I'm going to do a little bit of this and a little bit of this. So I give it a little shake. So I start with the color, and I'll just pour that in there. And then I'll go in with the developer. Something like this. Okay, so then I'll go in with a Q-tip and I just mix it. So when I do my brows, I like from the arch back to be a little bit darker than the front of the brows. Little bit darker. We do not want ombre brows. It's not supposed to go from light to extreme dark. Just a little bit darker because I like in the center of my face to be a little bit lighter and my brows to accentuate, to pull out. That being said, I'm going to start the color of my brow at the arch and drag it out, the arch and drag it out. The last 2-3 minutes, I will put it on the rest of my brow here. So I take right here and I just apply it like so. And it's okay if you get it outside your brow. This doesn't need to be perfect. It is not going to stain your skin forever. You might get a little bit on your skin for the first couple of hours, but it's not a big deal. And you want to really make sure you get it on. That's why I go back and forward. I get it on all my little hairs. Okay, now I'm going to come in and do the front of my brows for the last 2-ish minutes. So I've let this sit on for a few minutes. I think we're good. And what I like about this dye is if I take it off and I don't like it, I can apply more. But if I think it's too dark, we're screwed. But that won't happen. So I go back in with the micellar water. That's why I don't use alcohol. It's going to be on your skin. So maybe do this at night. Don't do it right before your wedding. Okay, this is perfect. This is exactly what I was trying to achieve. Just a little bit more defined with a little dye. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through my brows and brush them out and see what hairs I do not want. So when you do this, you're going to brush up because you want to make sure none of these hairs are falling into your eye, because then it's going to be hard to determine which one of these hairs do you want to eliminate. So brush up, brush out, and really clean off that area so you can see what you need to eliminate. You know where you like to define your eyebrow. I like to define mine right. What the hell is this? Oh my God, I got dye on my freckle. Okay, anyways, how did it fall right on my freckle? Okay, distracted. So now that you've cleaned out this area, I can see, for me, what I want to eliminate. These ones right here. I don't want this one, this one, this one, this one. There's like a total of 5. I said that this was light cleaning. We're not doing heavy load cleaning. I'm not trying to get everything. So I'm just gonna grab these 5 that I don't like. On this side, I'm probably gonna grab this one, this one, this one, this one. Just these ones that are in the way that I don't like. Keep brushing through your brow so you can see what hairs you've taken out and which ones you still need to take out. So I'm not reshaping my brow. I am just taking out these little guys. Like I said, I'm not gonna overly tweeze, but I am gonna go in with this little razor here. I'm going to show you how I like to just razor around. I'm not gonna tweeze anything from the top because I don't have any major hairs. I leave tweezing for like the big thick ones, and then I use this just to like clean up my brow. You need a little bit of tension from it. You can do it by itself, but it's gonna be a lot easier if you go like this. Can you guys see my little peach fuzz flying around? So now what you do is you're gonna go in and any of the hairs, when you brush them up, if they're too long, these ones are a little too long, so I'm gonna trim those. I'm really not that mad about any of these. I might trim this one. If you have an eyebrow scissors, that's what you should use. I only have this hair scissors from Conair because I'm at my boyfriend's house, so I didn't bring my eyebrow scissors. Okay, so now that they're all brushed up, just come in at the end and you cut not exactly your brow, just take a tiny bit off. And as you can see, now I don't have much work to do if I wanted to style them. So I'm gonna show you how I would just go fill them in if I were going out. So I'm gonna go in with this one is Precisely My Brow. So this is always missing, no matter what I do. So I'm just gonna fill that area in, but I really don't have to do that much work because I kind of fill them in by dyeing them. So when you use a pencil, you just do little flick motions and continuously brush it out because it will take out any excess product or it'll just make it really natural and soften it up. Side, I might put a little bit right here because there's just not that much hair there. Okay, so I hope you like my brow tutorial. This is actually what I do. So if you're a brow specialist and this mortified you, I'm really sorry. I love these brows. I'm happy. Okay.